Number 2 starting up right now. Drunk and Puking losing to Licorice Coke. Down 0-1. Licorice Coke pulling a trick out of his bag. Was down quite hard in the mid game, but brings it back in the late game. Anticipating the wave 24 bomb from Drunk and Puking, orbiting his SS in order to receive the bomb. Then Drunk and Puking playing a little bit too greedy and dying to Licorice Coke's massive 28 bomb, which put him behind going into the end game. Then in the end game, Licorice Coke just had a little bit better unit composition, a little bit better gas bomb sends, and he managed to clinch it out. Pretty good game, could you say so myself? And going into the game, guys. Game number 2. Just waiting for Licorice Coke to select his builder, or not select his builder, select Chaos Refined. And press start. Licorice Coke just slightly talking about the last game. And I'm gonna ask them again. Hopefully they do this, otherwise I might lag out. Okay, so hopefully I don't lag out, but we'll just do it as we see. Beast Builder for wave number 2, both opening at the same wave number 1. You can really see the differences in builds. Drunk and Puking opting that nope, he's not gonna play greedy. Licorice Coke going for a slightly more Ling based defense. Sees the Zealot from Drunk and Puking. He'll hold this no problem, while holding on to 60 gas of himself. Ooh, will it be no problem? Nope, he is going to hold no problem. Okay. After seeing this, he'll go up to 2 workers, not expecting any sense from Drunk and Puking this next wave. Now Drunk and Puking would like to drone at this point, but he has to be afraid of the Zealot send on this next wave, which is why he's making the Aqua Spirit. So getting down to this, Drunk and Puking will hold this, of course, no problem, and he'll hold wave 4 no problem as well. The only problem is he hasn't made a single worker, and he wants, from the look of it, to save up for his Pyro early game, which if he does, it'll kind of hurt his eco early game, of course. Lick going up to 3 workers, no problem, not expecting anything from Drunk and Puking. And nope, he's not going to make a 3rd worker. He is instead going to make the Zergling Savage, possibly a little afraid of something on wave 4, I guess. But as we can see, nothing major coming in from Drunk and Puking, just getting his 3rd worker and holding on to 30 gas. Both players will see this as Drunk sees 2 lings, Lick sees nothing. After seeing these 2 lings from Lick, he says, okay Lick, you're spending all your gas onto eco. That means I can go for a thinner defense on wave 5, which Drunk will do. He might either choose to build a couple of buffer units and save his money, or he can spend it on the worker upgrade. I was gonna say he could save his money for the pyro, but it looks like he's just gonna make his basher into a pulverizer next game or next round. Lick making another basher, going for thin defense, saying Drunk, you're definitely not gonna bomb me on this wave. Which he's only seen the Zealot from Drunk and Puking so far, so the most he would expect to see in this wave would be maybe a Zealot and a Ling, sell a couple Lings, not too much gas. Since he is anticipating that Drunk doesn't have that much greater eco than Lick. And Drunk and Puking will barely hold this. He'll be able to supply trick. Nope. He opts instead to go for the medic, repaying Licorice Coke back from last game. This is very interesting. If Licorice Coke decides to go greedy on this wave, then he will indeed leak. On the other hand, he has enough to get the Basher, but he may feel that that's a little bit weak on wave 8. We'll see what he does. Drunk and Puking going, wow, he's definitely not expecting anything on this wave. Sticking on 290 value, says, Licorice Coke, you are not bombing me on this wave. And he's right. Sees nothing. Lick sees the medic. Luckily for him, he went up to the pulverizer, and now has enough gas for a counter bomb on 7. Hold this no problem. He's going for the 4th worker instead of speed. And now Drunk and Puking, he needs to guess when Liquor Coke next will bomb. He might be expecting this wave, which would be a good wave because it would work out for him because he has to D-up anyways, and he might as well D-up for a possible gas bomb this wave. We'll have to see what he makes. Going for the Ranger, very interesting. So he's relying on these small buffer units to hold the wave for him, while this Ranger, Aqua Spirit, and Infantry are his main DPS. And we'll have to see what it does for him. Oh, what? Oh man, I didn't see that. Okay. Licorice Coke. You sneaky player, you. Going for the orb of sub-cannons. Drunk and Puking now has to think, oh, okay. Okay, Licorice Coke. You're orbiting again. Or he could be thinking that. He's either that or he's saying, okay, Licorice Coke, you're going to send mass Lings on wave 8. It's one of the two. It's a gamble. It's poker. He has got to make the right bet, and Licorice Coke is also sending a couple Lings at him, just to make sure Drunk isn't too greedy, but Drunk is saying, hey, I'm not dying to mass Lings on wave 8. I'm going to make a pulverizer. He sees 4 Lings, and now he's saying, oh, 4 Lings. It's a bit less than what I was expecting, but it's still too much to be overflow from gas cap. So if I were in Drunk's position, I'd be free to drone, and I would say, Lick, F you, man. If I were Drunk, that's what I would say. You orbed without my knowledge. Tisk, tisk. So let's look at their army values. Drunk and Puking, nope. Going up to 525 value. I guess he is afraid of the wave 9 bomb. Lick also going up to 525. He's afraid of the bomb from Drunk, which is going to be an Immortal plus a Marine. Lick will see this. And Drunk will see nothing. Lick will be able to hold this no problem, most likely, with the splash from the pulverizer. And yep. Drunk had to have another ore in there to make that effective. And unfortunately he doesn't. Now Lick is free to get his second orb. And Drunk has to anticipate a gas bomb from Licorice Coke. Or he has to be wary of one. So here's a problem. Drunk is he's forced into a very tough position. If you don't see any sends from your opponent, you have to guess when they're going to gas bomb. You have to guess when they're going to orb. And unfortunately, if you play safe all the time, just like in StarCraft 2, if you play safe all the time, You unfortunately take a massive hit to your eco, as you can see here. Licorice Coke is now ahead 3 workers ahead of Drunken Puking, and Drunken Puking is this far behind, like I said before, because he's playing too safe. He's saying, "Oh, look, you can bomb me anytime. I need to have my units prepared. I don't want to leak." But Licorice Coke putting all his gas into orbs and just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna play greedy, and there's nothing we can do about it." Licorice Coke came up to 8 workers, 595 value, which is fine because of the pulverizer, double pulverizer. He's able to hold off any gas bombs. Drunken Puking going up to 700 value. That's unfortunate. He really needed to put more value into his orbing. Into his worker count. So Licorice Coke gonna go up to 9 workers. He's got, let's see, still got the same amount of orbs. He's gonna go for a 12 hit. A 12 gas bomb of a queen and a couple wings. And this basically is worked out because Licorice Coke was very successful in being greedy early on in the game. Which means he was able to confuse Drunken Puking. Drunken Puking wasn't able to gas bomb him nearly as effectively at 9. And Licorice Coke, being able to hold that off, was able to go up to 6 workers quite fast. As you can see, he's gotten up to 9 workers quite fast, which has let him go to this 12 gas bomb timing, which has caused Drunken Puking to leak 5 workers and a queen. At this point, Vic has gone up to 10 workers. He's free to bomb on 14 or 15. Normally, the follow-up to a wave 12 bomb is a wave 15 bomb, if your opponent holds. If you don't, the extra timing for gas, time that you get mining gas, as you can see, will cap this wave and bomb on 14 quite hard. And Drunken Puking now definitely has to. This is Drunken Puking's gas, my bad. Oh man, I think Drunken Puking just lost a lot of gas there. Nope. I think that was a supply trick. Okay. So Licorice Coke going up to 3 pulverizers, anticipating Drunken Puking will counter gas bomb heavily on wave 13. Unfortunately for him, question mark, that's not going to happen, but that's fine because pulverizers are a good investment late game anyways. They hold quite well waves 17 through 19 anti-gas bombs. And it's up to Drunken Puking to catch back up. What will he do to get an advantage in this game? Let's check with his gas. He is going to have to send 2 auras. Licorice Coke, Siege Tank again, Goliath, 2 roaches, 2 lings. Probably some of the most random sends I've seen on wave 14, but hey, his keyboard is broken from spilling coffee on it. Can't blame the guy too much. Drunken Puking, sending a Hellion, 2 auras, old school style. Licorice Coke, sending random stuff, new school style. And let's look at the gas bomb. Drunken Puking, trying to hold with 870 value, which is a very thin defense. He was hoping Licorice Coke did not bomb on this wave. However, he was wrong, and he leaks 5 creeps for his mistake. And does he have any? What does he have in orbs? He has 1 extreme healing and 1 improved targeting. Okay, he'll hold this, no problem. Licorice Coke, on the other hand, he has opted to put 1 more into his sub-cannons and throughout all this craziness. And Drunken Puking will hold, but he's basically, well, not basically, but oh, Licorice Coke, did he leak 2? Oh my god, he leaked a lot to the auras from Drunken Puking. Fortunately for him, he holds with the 3 sub-cannons. Very nice hold. He's going to go for 2nd speed now, and unfortunately, he's quite far ahead. However, Drunken Puking still has a chance to get back to this game. Looking at their SSHP, Lick's is quite a bit lower. So if Drunken Puking manages one good gas bomb, Licorice Coke's SS will die faster than Drunk's will. So, and if it's a base trade, the same thing will happen, and Licorice Coke won't have enough gas to up his SS anymore. So that's probably what Drunken Puking should aim for. We'll have to see what he does. He is marginally behind in gas for income by 50, but now Licorice Coke is gonna drone up a little bit more, saying, you're not gonna gas bomb me on this wave. And he has guessed right. Drunken Puking says, I do not have enough gas bomb to gas bomb you effectively on this wave. I don't want to run the risk of you holding and losing my only advantage, which is my SS HP. And by I mean advantage, like I said before, he needs to kill Lick in one wave, or he can kill Lick in one wave. He is going to gas cap supply trick, and the wave he has chosen is wave 18. He's banking everything and holding this wave and killing Lick next wave with a massive gas bomb. Lick, however, has said, okay, I'm gonna bomb you this wave with a Mothership Goliath, bunch of roaches and some lings. I guess he wants some buffer units or something. Or he wants to mess up Drunk's positioning with mass flooding of units. We'll have to see. So Drunken Puking sees his massive units. He's gone up to 1375, 3 pyros, a pulverizer, and 2 obliterators. Looks like he'll be able to hold no problem. Maybe. Yep. He'll hold no. Whoa. Looks like the mothership did a real bit of damage. Sorry, guys. Called that one wrong, but it's like the mothership definitely helped against those pyros, reducing spell damage on the creeps, which the pyro splash damage is spell. Or no, it's chaos. I don't know if they're splash or spell or not. I'll have to ask someone about that later. But let's look at Drunken Puking. He needs to hold this without spending too much gas. I think he's just waiting, looking at his gas count. It's just barely below 400. And yep, he'll hold this just barely. He's lost his advantage in terms of SSHP. And he'll have to bomb Licorice Coke on wave 19. As you can see, Drunken Puking not really droning up at the moment. Licorice Coke going up to 15. Building the android, which is a very cost-effective tank. And saying, oh god, you're gonna bomb me right now. Hope I don't die. And Drunken Puking going for the aura bomb. He's swinging for the fences. Double immortal. Saying my time has to be now. Licorice Coke, however, has 3 pulverizers. Like I said before, they are extremely good waves 17 through 19 because of their splash damage. However, it looks like their splash damage is not quite enough. Yes, it is not quite enough. Licorice Coke will leak 3 creeps, the Megaling, and the 3 auras. However, looking at his gas count, 663 gas. He has more than enough gas to make his SS kill this wave. In fact, all he needs is a full RBG, as we saw last game, and he has that already. Thanks to his orbing in the early game, he's able to subsidize the cost of RBG, killing us quite nicely, and now he's able to gas bomb heavily on wave 19. Drunken Puking is reeling in terms of economy now. He's behind by 2 workers in speed at this point. Not 2 workers, 6 workers in speed at this point. And while pyros are quite good, their main disadvantage is the fact that they slow you down in econ. They're very good at defending waves, but they're not as cost effective for your econ. However, they do have good splash damage, but will it be enough with 1500 value to hold this wave 19? Do 3 pyros have enough splash damage to kill this wave? Let's find out. Creeps ripping through the pyros, and the Thor just wailing away. Drunken Puking leads 4 creeps, 2 Goliaths, and a Thor. And let's look at his SS. He has enough gas to up his SS to not die. He goes for an improved targeting. And let's see, he might not have enough health. He has enough damage for sure, but does he have enough health to survive this wave? Nope, he does not. And that's GG for Drunken Puking. Licorice Coke goes up 2-0.